there was an interesting story on the terminal today talking about how if you take a look at the single stock universe now, NVIDIA is now the most popular stock. It's dethroned Tesla. So clearly there's a lot of options out there. So from your position, how do you differentiate your single stock NVIDIA fund versus all the others that are out there?
So, at the end of the day, I mean, number one, ours is the top performer, but that's because we were the first to do 2X. And then everyone else kind of copied us, let's say. But really at the end of the day, then after that, they all offer you the same exposure. We've got a really nice following of retail investors, myself and my partners at RecShares, with what they've done on the micro sectors, and a whole group of traders that like to use our products. We also, I think, differentiate a lot on the education. So I do a daily trading newsletter that I have a lot of subscribers to. I participate on Twitter and a lot of different discords. Yeah, because I'm a trader myself, so I think that makes it a little bit unique versus just someone who's providing an ETF.
Mm-hmm. Now, obviously, there's NVIDIA, there's also Tesla. How do you determine whether to create a single stock ETF based on a company name? I mean, what do you have to see in order for there to be an ecosystem built around it? Yeah,
so what we're looking for, I mean, number one, it's cool that it's expanded beyond Tesla and NVIDIA. There's some other names that are successful. And number two, from our standpoint, we're probably break even at about 15 million. So it's great to have a 700 million ETF, but I don't need that. So what we're looking at is, again, I'm talking to retail guys all day, and I'm trading all day. And I want to see, all right, what are they interested in today? And what's going to be the next NVIDIA? 3 months from now, 6 months from now, what's going to be the big name stock? And we're trying to find those guys.
So I have a question about non-U.S. companies, because TSMC is seen kind of as the next big thing. Is there demand for a non-U.S. company to build a single stock ETF around like TSMC?
So, I mean, we've looked at that, and I know some other issuers have tried to get into ADRs, and the SEC wasn't that pleased about those filings. So that's nothing that we're kind of looking at the moment. We've got kind of the next set of ideas and then looking out forward. We haven't looked at the foreign ones yet, but at some point I'm sure we will.
Okay, so you have a filing that caught my attention, 2X MicroStrategy. So if we look at the most volatile ETFs in the United States, right, there's 3,000 ETFs. 2X NVIDIA is probably number 9 on the list at 100% volatility. This ETF would be 260%-ish, which again is about 26 times more volatile than the S&P 500, and about 100% more volatile than any other ETF. So I'm calling it the ghost pepper of ETF
I like
hot
that,
sauce.
by the way. Thank you.
You like that, yeah.
Yes.
I mean, A, will this get through the SEC? And B, what's the rationale that just people really are looking for even more rush?
So, I mean, A, you never know. Again, we were the guys who did 2X Tesla and NVIDIA first time. So, we've been down this road before. And so we think it will. And yeah, we definitely think there's a demand for it. I mean, there are a whole bunch of degenerates out there who love to trade this stuff.
Yeah, and just, what's interesting, in Europe, they've got 3X MicroStrategy, which goes up and down 40–50% a day. It's crazy. But I think it's wasted in Europe. Like, even though Europe has these, I think the US...
They're not fun over there?
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. They have all these really high-octane products, but
they don't buy them, really.
Yeah.
It is weird.
Wrong market.
Yeah, I mean, it is. What we find is in Korea, our funds are very popular. We're working on Japan. And we're also trying to see if we can figure out a way to do 3X here. No promises on that, but never know.